A girl suddenly spotted a faint hidden city in a roadside puddle. She carefully stuck her foot in to test it, but the puddle turned out to be bottomless. The sight absolutely terrified her. She was about to turn and run right away. Then she remembered how her mom had yelled at her that day and called her useless over and over. Heartbroken, she thought it might be nice to just disappear forever. So she jumped straight in. The next second, she traveled all the way to ancient China. She thought she'd found love there, spending 40 whole years with a man. But one day he brought home an 18-year-old girl and she realized he'd lied to her completely. After arriving in the ancient world, she'd used her modern knowledge to help him build his career. Once he became successful, he used all his military achievements to get a royal decree to marry her. But with her modern mindset, she didn't say yes right away. "I want a lifetime with only you. If you marry me, I'll be your only wife." "Okay, I promise. If you ever betray me, I'll leave this world and never come back. I'll never let you down." For 40 years, he kept his word, treating her gently and never taking a concubine. All the men in their noble household even followed the one-wife rule. She thought their happiness would last forever. But 40 years later, he came home from war with a young girl. He said he'd only won the battle because this girl, Yaoer, had saved his life. "Since she saved my life, let's take her in as our adopted daughter." "No, I brought Yaoer here to make her my concubine." Everyone froze in shock when he said that. Right after, the scheming girl knelt and begged the wife to let her stay. Before the wife could speak, her husband cut her off. He said he'd been faithful for 40 years and that was more than enough. He took the scheming girl's hand and insisted on making her his concubine. "I kept my promise for 40 years and the whole capital laughed at me for it. From now on, stop spouting that crazy one-wife nonsense from your weird world." That's when she realized his promise had just been a lie. What broke her even more was that her own son, raised with her modern values, stood up for his dad and begged her to agree to the concubine.